Hi everybody, welcome to Snap Vegan. We're eating on the cheap, doesn't have to kill you. And I am not having a good hair day today. Anyway, today I want to talk about accountability. My accountability. Because I just talked to Heather about her accountability. And because I love her. And I know you guys love me. And, so I started a playlist of weigh-ins, but I haven't kept with that, a specific weigh-in. But in my videos, I will tell you what my weight is, what that weight was that morning. If I went to the doctor, I'll tell you what that weight was. Every time I go to the doctor, I'll tell you what the weight was. Whenever I weigh myself, I tell you what the weight is, but I don't make just a weigh-in video. So, I took my weight 2 minutes ago. It is, move Austin, 12:05 on May 31st, and here's my weight. So, that's what my scales say. Now, if I was at the doctor's, those scales would probably say 278. So, it's like, on my end of things, I'm making progress. On their end of things, So anyway, for me to get to my goal of the 260 by November, what she said, my scale is going to have to read like 254, and I got to make that happen. I talked to you yesterday about my senior pickup. I showed you my cinnamon raisin toast bread I got, and I said I'm going to eat it anyway, and and I am, and that's on me. I know I have to harden my menu, and when you rely on farm trucks and senior pack pickups a lot, and you only have just a few bucks on food stamps and not much money at the end of the month, or at the beginning of the month, or any time of the month after bills are paid, and you're on disability, it's more difficult. It's kind of what this whole channel's all about, is the challenge of getting all that done. I also know that my other challenge is mobility, and because I'm so sedentary, and I need to get out and move more. Of course, the weather being as it is here right now doesn't make that good either, but today's an 88-degree day, so that's not so bad for me. It's bad for Austin, but it's not. Oh yeah, okay, so I see that there. Those are my shoulder scars, shoulder surgery scars. It's been 3 weeks, y'all. 3 weeks. So anyway, well, that was like a squirrel moment. But so I think I have been pretty accountable to my subscribers as far as my honesty. Just I think I don't see how I can be more honest with you guys. I tell you when I'm depressed. I tell you when I'm overwhelmed. I tell you, what my numbers are. I show you my reports. I show you my blood work. I show you everything to prove what I'm saying. When the video that said I had a heart attack. I showed you the piece of paper that said I had a heart attack. And then you've been with me ever since to now know that that wasn't a heart attack, but it said I had a heart attack, and you saw it, so I wasn't, you saw what I saw. So, this is the roller coaster of things that happen. And, Patty asked me the other day, well, how much over 300 do you think you were, when you're scales went ERR because it didn't go past 300. I think maybe about 305, 310, something like that. You know, when I officially started wanting to track it was 287 or 292, 287, something like that. So, you know, I'm not anywhere near close to doing or being as successful as, you know, a lot of people are on this plan. It's taken me slow and forever, but, you know, I've been put on steroids. I've been, but then again, I buy the Gardein. I buy the processed faux meat. I liked, you know, half and half in my coffee, and well, you know, half and half in my coffee did not get me to 300 pounds. That ain't it. That ain't how that happened. It wasn't half and half. It was a lot of other things. And what am I drinking now? I'm drinking coffee. And I'm drinking it with almond milk in it. And, I don't know. So, I just want to talk to you about, you know, my accountability. And I need you to comment below. And I need you to be honest with me. I mean, hard-ass honest with me. For those who have been following me, you know, from the beginning. Which really, there's only a handful that's been here for the beginning. And I've noticed that every time I put a video out, I get like 51 views, like right away. So that tells me only 51 people are getting notifications. And if you're signed up for notifications and you're not being notified, it's because you don't comment when a video is made. So if you subscribe and you have rung that bell and you do get notifications, come and at least say, saw the video, something like that, and you'll keep getting the notifications. Otherwise, if they see that you just come and only watch a few minutes, they'll quit sending you notifications. That's a YouTube algorithm thing. But I want you to be honest with me. Is seeing gnats, is seeing the you know, the ups and downs of this path I'm on. You've seen where I came from, and you see where I now am, and everything that's happened in between. All the surgeries, all the missteps, misinformation that I've gotten. You've seen old blood work, medium blood work, current blood work. You've seen the progression of improvement in that way, because I showed it to you all along the way. Do you think this is even a worthwhile channel to have? I think it is, because I know there's a lot of people out there like me. I know there is. But, you know, accountability, you know, am I going to improve? Am I going to lose the weight? Well, I don't know. I'm going to try. That's, you know, I'm going to try. But I have to do it within the parameters that I have available to me. And, you know, I do have it within my power to stop buying Gardein. I do have it within the parameters to only use stevia when I have it, which I don't have any anymore. I do prefer the granulated stevia, but I don't have any. So I bought the granulated pure cane sugar that's, you know, as close to it as it can be to the real deal. I have to get moving, so they said I needed like to get a yoga mat and one of those exercise balls where I can start getting limber and use it to, you know, to help with PT and put my bands under it and do things at home and help with my posture and neck and spine. But, you know, I don't have that kind of money. I don't have, you know, I don't have that. So there's a lot of things that were suggested to do that I can't really do right now. But I am on my way to improving things to make it to where I can do it. It just takes time. And, you know, I suppose if you're expecting results quicker than what I'm able to deliver, I'm sorry if I'm disappointing you. I'm disappointing me sometimes too, because, you know, I did hit that ice cream. But one of these days I'm going to get me one of those Unana machines and take all my ice cream excuses away. And but you know, that'll come in time, somewhere along the line. You know, there ain't no big rush or anything. You know what I mean? It'll come when it's supposed to come. It'll come. There will be a way to have that done. Let me prop this up just a little bit more. But you know, I haven't been cooking because I've been, you know, like I said, I'm so sorry. I gotta adjust this thing. There. It's just been so hot. It's just been really hot. So, okay, this morning's breakfast was oatmeal and blueberries, dry oatmeal, not cooked, just dry. And the blueberries were the wet, and it was so good. It was so good. So, you know, I enjoy a breakfast like that. I enjoy shredded wheat. I like the mini wheats, and I like blueberries on that. I just like blueberries with breakfast. It seems to help my day. Maybe it's psychological, but I think I feel better after having blueberries with my breakfast. What are the foods I miss? I have been craving greasy KFC, man. I really have. I have been craving it. And I've been craving a Whopper Jr. Two things I'm craving like crazy bad, wicked bad. I want it bad. But I have my tofu and I have my tempeh, and I made up a batch of like stir fry last night. And I made it with the tofu and the orange sauce. That Panda Express orange sauce has a little bit more kick to it than I like. I don't know what is it, cayenne pepper or something. I don't know what's in there, but it's a little bit, you know, a little bit too, that's too much of a bite. I like the sweet and sour sauce kind of thing. But anyway, so, you know, I'm having those cravings. And ice cream is just, I like ice cream any time of the year. But, so those are my demons. I haven't cheated in 2 months. But I want to. So I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that. And I want to let you know I'm trying. I'm still having to ice this puppy, you know, 2-3 times a day. I want to get some stuff done around the house, particularly dusting. But it gets sore real fast. It's just like the bone. It's just sore. And I did read the report the other day, and I guess it was worse than he thought. Hang on a minute and I'll go get it. Okay, I hadn't read this report. I mean, he gave it to me, but I actually didn't read it until last night. This is where he's ordered me to have physical therapy. And you can pause this video at any time so you can read that stuff if you want to. Arthrosis of right AC joint. 1 to 2 times a week for 6 weeks. Here's the surgery report. And this is where I learned that what was wrong with my shoulder was a little bit worse than what he initially thought. So it says pre-op diagnosis is right shoulder impingement and right shoulder acromioclavicle AC joint arthrosis. Right shoulder impingement and right shoulder AC joint arthrosis plus labral degeneration and rotator cuff tendinosis. Now I'm going to have to look some of this stuff up on the internet because I don't know what it means. But, okay, so there's the first part of it. I'll let you read along with me. You can pause this, like I said, at any time. Then I'll switch up to here. So you can pause the video, go back and pause it, and I'll read it to you. 60-year-old female with painful range of motion in right shoulder with positive impingement signs and positive cross-arm adduction signs. That's what I'm still having problems with. Patient failed to get relief with conservative treatments. Risk, benefits, alternatives to surgery were discussed and with the patient at length. She gave informed consent. Operative procedure. The patient was brought to the operating suite. The right arm was given a regional block by anesthetic by Dr. Coates. She was then intubated, that means a tube down my throat, and placed in a beach chair position with all bony prominences padded. The right shoulder was prepped and draped in normal sterile fashion. Following timeout by entire OR staff. Now, I don't know. Did they take a damn break after they knocked me out? Did they take a timeout before they started? I don't know what that means either. A standard posterior portal was made sharply through the skin and bluntly through the subcutaneous tissue, and a cannula was placed in the posterior right glenohumeral joint. The joint was insufflated with normal saline. Diagnostic arthroscopic revealed degeneration, here we go, degeneration of the superior, posterior, and anterior labrum without detachment. So I need to go look that up because he didn't see that before. Bicep anchor was stable. The bicep sling was stable. The rotator cable was stable, but there was fraying to the rotator cuff in its anterior and mid portion. The scapularis was fraying in the superior margin. I then made a rotator interval portal from an outside in technique. Then used a RF abriator to debride the labrum, debride the biceps anchor, and debride the rotator cuff down to stable, healthy tissue. I also debrided the superior portion of the subscapularis. I then removed the camera into the subchromial space. A labral portal was made. An right RF ablator was used to perform a complete bursectomy. So I guess I have bursitis or something. There was a large amount of some inflamed tissue in this area, and once it was resected, the rotator cuff was inspected from the bursal side, and only mild fraying was found in this area. The rotator cuff was again debrided. I then turned my attention to the AC joint. Severe arthrosis was present. Synovitis was debrided. I don't know what that is. I then used the anterior portal, lateral, and posterior portal to use a 5.5 arthroscopic burr to resect a 1 centimeter of the distal clavicle, being careful to resect the posterior and superior margins to prevent further impingement. Once this was completed, I performed an acromyoplasty, resecting the anterior and medial and lateral edges of the acromion, converting this from a type 2 to a type 1 acromion. I don't know what that is. Once this was completed, the instrumentation was removed, blah de da de da. But there, you could pause it to read what I just told you there. So, I guess it was worse than he thought it was going in. I was frayed, I had a lot of frayed tendons and stuff like that, but they hadn't detached yet. So he had to do what was a tip. He was going to do what was going to be a type 2 to a type 1 acromion, and I have to look that up to see what that is. But every time I get an injection, it has steroids in it. And as you know, I've had quite a few injections. And so, is this impeding my weight loss? Or is it my lack of mobility? What is it? My spine? Is it my whatever? I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to keep doing to you to be accountable to you. Is keep plugging along. Keep posting my progress or failures or whatever else. And I have decided I'm not going to post a weight loss thing in that playlist anymore. I will tell you, just like I did today, what my weight is and stuff like that. But you're just going to have to watch the videos. I mean, I want everybody to watch the videos if you want to subscribe, because I mean, the ones that get the notifications are the ones that are really on this path with me. And I'd love all of you to be, oh, look, 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 look. Did you see him? It's my company. I hope you saw them. They're little baby ducks. Baby geese. Anyway. Oh, there's Mom and Dad. Hi. What's up? And my neighbor geese. But so, if you're wondering why I have a blanket across there so Austin can't see outside and go spaz whenever another dog walks by. He gets all worked up. But, okay, squirrel, brain fart. What was I saying? So the people that click the notification bell are the ones that, are kind of on this with me. And the ones that hit subscribe, are being supportive, and I appreciate that. But there's no way to keep up with what's going on if you don't get a notification. We were just informed yesterday by YouTube that even though, I mentioned this before, even though you hit the subscribe bell to get notifications, if you're not engaging in the conversation, like, or making a comment after, a video, or watching it all the way through, all of the above, they only send you a notification for every few videos. They're not sending you a notification for all of them because you're not an engaged subscriber. So please become an engaged subscriber, because I need you to keep me honest. I need you to fuss me out and give me hell, and I need you to do all that. I don't want no yes men or yes women. But I do have to do things in the parameters of my abilities to do it. Now, if this was 5 years ago and I could go out and buy anything I wanted and however much of it I wanted or needed, or, if I never ran out of greens, that would be fabulous. If I never ran out of tomatoes or onions or things to make great salads with, or if I could just always keep fresh spinach on hand all the time, that'd be different. But I can't. So this is a SNAP vegan. This is a food stamp vegan's version of how to try to get healthy given the parameters that you have. Try to find a way to eat on the cheap, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what I have to keep doing. I have to keep trying. I have to keep trying. We already know that, I'm already down what? Let's see, from 310, 45 pounds. And then it was 55 or 60, and then I gained it back up. We already know about all that. But gotta keep plugging along here, because it's not going to do it for me, and I have to get moving, which means I have to save up my money and get those shoes that the doctor wanted me to have. They're called Spiria walking shoes. They're kind of like an orthotic shoe kind of a thing that I have to have for my arthritis. He said it keeps the pavement from beating up against my arthritis. But they're like $115 a pair, so I really have to save for that. It'll probably be next summer before I can get them, but that's what he wants me to have, and my insurance don't pay for it, so I have to pay for that myself. But in the meantime, I'll walk on the grass. I'll just walk on the grass as much as I can. I think the major improvement is going to come when I can start hitting the trails, and that would require me to have those shoes. But in the meantime, you just plug along. You do what you can do as you can do it. And here's one thing I can tell you, and I will never lie to you. I will always back up everything, what I tell you. As I learn it, you will learn it, including my failures. And so, right now, we know that my insides are healing. We know my blood work is normal. We know I did get off my heart medication. You heard it straight from the doctor. But now the rest of this has to follow. The rest of this has to follow, and I've got to get moving. I got to get moving, people. So please stay with me. I need the encouragement. I need you to hold me accountable. I need you to fuss at me with love. And here's another family. Hi. What's up? Oh, that's a big family. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's a big old family. I only had one. That mom didn't know when to stop. Bet she's a welfare whore. Hey Mom, what's up? Hey Mom over here. Hey Mama. What's up? Her had lots of babies. Okay, I'm gonna go. But thanks for watching, and just give me a comment. Hey Dad, Dad's over here too. So that itches. I guess that's a good thing, right? Okay, so hold me accountable. Give me some comments. Send me a message if you would like to support this channel in any way. This time, please use the PayPal link below if you want to support the channel this way. I could use the extra help. And I guess I'm saving up for my shoes. Everyone to pitch in and help me give them shoes. Isn't that terrible? Got to beg for damn shoes. Lord have mercy. I tell you what, I do miss the days I could just, here you go. $115, no problem. There it is. Those days were good days. Come on. Oh, somebody wants in on the action. He's looking out the window. He's looking at the geese. Yes, you old camera hog. He's feeling so much better. And we owe all that to you guys. So thank you very much. He's feeling better. Him looking good too. Who's that, I think? Who's that? Hi. Hi. Alright, we're going to say goodbye for now. If you can help a neighbor today, please help a neighbor today. Be good to each other. Give your animals a big old hug. From me and Austin. Okay? Thanks a lot, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.